The headlines couldn't be clearer. Healthcare concerns are on everybody's mind, and it's perhaps the biggest challenge the current administration will face. With a multi-billion-dollar-a-year price tag, many Americans are wondering where is all this money going and who is benefiting.
We lose $260 billion a year because of the less healthy citizens who are underinsured, uninsured, and therefore less productive in our economy. And the cost of health premiums have gone up 120%. Every day, 14,000 Americans lose their health insurance. That's the equivalent here in Pennsylvania of Bethlehem in 1 week, Allentown the next week, Reading the following week. So what it means is eventually only the very wealthy will be able to afford health care.
Recognizing the need to address the issue, many companies have turned to information specialists at Healthmarket Science to help them streamline operations and ensure compliance. They do so by identifying millions of dollars in fraud, waste, and abuse, thereby saving the healthcare system and taxpayers money that can be then used in other sectors of the industry, such as funding healthcare reform.
What we do is we create the HMS master file, which is individual healthcare practitioners, healthcare organizations such as a hospital, and the affiliations between the two. With this information and the full profile of every practitioner, we're able to identify common areas of fraud, waste, and abuse. Many times what we find is it's not out and out a healthcare provider is trying to defraud a state Medicaid, they're not trying to defraud CMS, they're not trying to defraud a payer. Oftentimes it's things as simple as Dr. Jones's name was submitted on a prescription claim, but it was Dr. Smith's MPI number, National Provider Identifier number. The pharmacy is obviously not trying to defraud anyone, it's just an error in their files. So what we do is a lot of work in cleaning up these type of waste situations in healthcare and conservatively save billions of dollars for the healthcare system every year in doing this.
I think the key to getting to a better environment in healthcare that is moving us from a very fragmented system to something that all of us, I think, envision, which is a much more automated healthcare environment, is awareness and education. Pharmacy has done a great job of this over the last 20 years. They've moved information from payers to the pharmacies in electronic means, which is essentially eliminated the paper in the pharmacy. And we need to move that way in the rest of the healthcare environment as well. And through partnerships that we have, like ERX and HMS, we can find ways of automating the process to gain the efficiencies in all areas of healthcare.
I honestly believe, however, that technology is absolutely critical for able to save not just lives and quality of life, but cost. Go into a chemotherapy or oncology ward. My daughter, when she was going through her brain tumor treatment, I would check every bag. I found 2 errors. They were minor, but they were errors. Imagine if the pharmacist had been able to type in exactly the right prescription and have it flow electronically by wireless right into that chemotherapy machine. No error would have happened as someone along the way had to push additional buttons. Technology is key to the future.
While our healthcare industry remains challenged, there are innovators in the field doing their part to find solutions in making healthcare compliant and more efficient for all.
The mission of Healthmarket Science is to drive efficiencies across the U.S. healthcare system by being a hub for information solutions. And we have software products and we have data products that are used by over 250 companies to streamline their operations. And we're talking about pharmaceutical companies, medical device manufacturers, insurance companies, PBMs, and pharmacy chains. And we've enabled these clients to reduce their costs by automating their claims processing for medical claims as well as prescription claims. We've created consortiums where we've been able to take information from lots of companies, pull that information together, process it, and put it back out to all these companies so they can benefit from each other's information and become more efficient. And we've also are very active in the state and federal regulation and making sure these companies comply with all those laws.
Located in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, Healthmarket Science is on the leading edge of healthcare innovation by solving the industry's toughest problems. By offering solutions in master data management, targeting, and advanced analytics, Healthmarket Science is able to serve every segment of healthcare and is keeping up with this ever-changing industry.
So for instance, in life sciences, there's many laws now on the state and a pending federal law around aggregate spend compliance, where pharmaceutical companies have to account for every dollar that they spend with an individual physician for public reporting and to make sure there's no undue influence. Now, each state is different in the laws that they have passed, the interpretation of laws, and then there's the pending Federal Sunshine Act. Healthmarket Science has a solution called Complete Spend that addresses that. It's also powered by the HMS master file. In the pharmacy space and the payer space, we have a product called Prescriber Eligibility, which leverages that same master file, but also incorporates additional information and business rules to help validate prescription and medical claims before they're submitted to the payers. And then finally, in the hospital system and payer space, we help to streamline the medical claims adjudication process and ensure that all claims are processed in a compliant manner by checking each individual claim before it is paid. So across all of healthcare, Healthmarket Science plays with its solutions, and what we see by being the hub and in the center of the healthcare landscape is that we're able to leverage learnings from one space and data from one space to the others to make a better product for all clients.
The key that they play is the ability to validate information that's being passed from physician to other healthcare providers, ensuring that fraud, abuse, and cost containment are all key components, and ensuring that the information that's passed from the provider of service is actually validated on who they are, and the information that they're passing across is validated as far as the type of prescription of the patient, that they're delivering the information to the ultimate provider of service or the payer that's going to be responsible for reimbursing that physician.
This award-winning company boasts a highly efficient and dedicated staff who are ready to find answers to your most challenging healthcare issues.
So whether it's drug information, physician information, or patient information, those are all very important components as we're moving to a more efficient and electronic environment in healthcare. And I think Healthmarket Science plays a key in that.
And so what you want to get to is, and I just mentioned one way, towards rooting out the inefficiencies, the waste, by having science-based, often upon technology, reliant evidence to look at and say, yep, evidence scientifically sure shows this seems to work, might be the best way to address it.
I think Healthmarket Science in 10 years is going to be a very strong player in the vein that we're started in today, which is continuing to drive efficiencies and reduce the operating costs in the U.S. healthcare system through information-based services and software solutions. And those reduced costs will ultimately make the country more competitive and be able to pass those cost savings on to consumers.
The experts at Healthmarket Science have enabled customers to increase revenues, drive operational efficiencies, achieve regulatory compliance, and maximize market opportunities. That's innovation at work for you. For more information, log on to healthmarketscience.com.